Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a few different pasta sauces and recipes that I absolutely love and have been using very consistently for about a decade now, and felt like it was finally time to share some of them with you guys. They are all going to be paired with some freshly made Buitoni 3 cheese tortellini, and honestly I couldn't be any happier partnering with them for this video. Enough said, let's dive into it. Okay, so the first version of these Buitoni tortellini that I'm going to tackle is the provincial spinach pesto recipe. So in a blender, you're gonna add in the baby spinach, some fresh picked herbs. Here I'm using thyme, oregano, a little bit of basil, and some rosemary for a nice hearty floral flavor. Along with that, I'm going to toss in a fresh garlic clove, some whole cashews, a generous drizzle of olive oil, and some salt and pepper to finish. Give this all a solid blend for a few minutes until it becomes a vibrant green puree. Alright, so once the pesto is done, next up is my quick pickup for fresh quote-unquote marinara that I use whenever I want a really good tomato sauce on the fly. So you're going to start off by picking some fresh herbs. Here I'm using basically the same herbs as the pesto aside from basil, and I'm simply going to give them a rough chop. Next, you're going to chop up the vine-ripe tomato into small pieces. It doesn't really have to be a fine dice or anything like that, just as long as the pieces are small enough to cook down relatively quickly. Anyways, after that, you're going to crush and slice up a few cloves of garlic. Then get a saute pan on medium heat. You're going to pour in a good amount of olive oil into the pan, and then you're going to begin to fry up your garlic for a minute or two, just to release some of that sweetness that's locked inside. After that, add in the diced tomatoes, then the chopped herbs, a few spoonfuls of tomato paste, and finally some salt and a splash of sherry vinegar to finish. But if you like it a little bit more wet, you can add another tomato during the cooking portion of the recipe. Total cooking time for all this is around 10 minutes or so, just to give you a bit of reference. But if you are really pressed for time, Buitoni actually carries a variety of sauces that are ready to go, so definitely go check those out if you have a crazy schedule. Okay, so last but not least, and maybe even my favorite, is the Antipasto style tortellini. This is awesome for a hot day because you can keep it refrigerated and it keeps well for a nice to-go lunch the day after. But I tend to be pretty simple with my antipasto ingredients. Basically, it's salami, pickled peppers, olives, herbs, and cheese are my go-to favorites. But you can add in cucumbers, tomatoes, legumes, artichokes, and much, much more if you want to make this a real big centerpiece for your table. I just stick with the items I tend to enjoy most. Anyways, just make sure everything you chop up is about bite-sized, and since this already has quite a bit of salt and acidity from the salami, cheese, and capers, and the olives, I'm just going to drizzle a good amount of olive oil into it and give it a quick toss to finish. Now that all the flavor pairings are done for the Buitoni tortellini, it is finally time to cook them. So one of the few things that people get wrong with freshly made pasta is the cooking time, space, and temperature. It's important to make sure that the pot you're using is at least 4 to 5 times bigger than the amount of pasta that's going to be cooked, and also make sure that the water is at a rolling boil before adding in the pasta. Otherwise, you'll end up with waterlogged pasta that will tend to want to stick to each other. Just be careful of this snowball effect that can be easily avoided. Once the pasta is in the water, stir very gently to further prevent them from sticking to one another. And when it comes time to strain everything, be extra gentle in order to keep all those tortellini intact and beautiful. Now, the best way to transfer the pasta is straight from the water to the ingredients. So get a large slotted spoon or strainer like this one and gently transfer the pasta into each pan or bowl. While using a tossing or gentle folding motion, mix the pasta into the sauces until they are completely coated, and then it's time to serve them up. Okay, what's up guys? The 3 cheese tortellinis are done. I'm really excited about all 3 of these. These are something that I make for my family on a very regular basis. This one might be the one I might not normally do it just because it's so spicy. It's geared towards my palate. Just because I love like pickled chilies, you know, intense salty salami, that kind of flavor. So that definitely embodies my type of palate. So I'm gonna test these and try them out, run through the flavors, and to see what it all tastes like. So let's do it. First up, I'm gonna do this because it's nice and toasty. Very good. Nice like sweet tomato flavor. Obviously you have that nice like fried garlic. Little pop of acidity, obviously from the tomatoes as well. What I really love about these tortellinis is that they have a Romano cheese in them. It just has like a beautiful kind of like acidic salinity to it. So just a little salty. It has kind of a beautiful tang. It's kind of addictive. Okay, so that's that one. Now I'm gonna taste the pesto. This is another great example of being able to use the tortellinis or the freshly made pasta in a cold application or hot. I like to keep this semi-wet warm when I toss it with the spinach. Otherwise the spinach just gets lost and kind of wilts away. So you kind of give it a chance to shine through a little. So good, very refreshing. This is actually great with the ricotta inside the tortellini just because it's so creamy. Nice balance. Okay, last one. Get a little chili, some of that white cheddar. This might be my favorite just because it's there's so much going on. You have the fennel seeds, you have the salty salami, pickled chilies, nice little spice. I love pastas like this, especially when it's really hot outside. A nice cool, crisp, but yet filling pasta. Perfect. Clearly you can do a lot with these tortellinis. I love the variety here. Obviously being able to kind of do a few different variations helps kind of give a little you know, spice to the mix throughout the week. especially if you have a few packages of the freshly made pasta, and kind of just get your mind going. I want to thank Buitoni for hooking me up with some delicious 3-cheese tortellinis. These just turned out fantastic, and I love just how fast they are, especially with a growing family. My 2 boys and my wife love pasta, so having some freshly made pasta on hand for me is priceless, especially since I'm a pasta lover as well. Buitoni definitely came through on it, and it just kind of solves that like hankering for a ravioli or a tortellini. Sometimes you want that filled pasta, and this works out perfectly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this video a big like. Make sure you check the description box for equipment links, information revolved around this recipe and all the ingredients. Leave comments down below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time with another recipe. Later, guys.